Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for staying tuned. So far, this is actually my first video in 2017. Wow. So this video is going to be more of like a chitty chatty one. Don't really have a specific topic in mind, but I do want to first and foremost start off with how faithful God has been. I've now been able to complete 2 books, so I'll be having another book launch this year in July. It will be held on Saturday the 22nd of July. More details will be listed in the description bar below. But for those who've got my Facebook and Instagram, all the information is out, the flyer is out, tickets are out, so please go on Eventbrite and sign up yours today. Other than that as well, I just want to speak about a few of my favourite makeup products that I'm using at the moment as well. So the first one being the foundation Lancome, which I love so much. I've been using this since 2012, and I know that they have had a new range, so they do more darker colours as well, so that's really encouraging. But other than that, it's a really lovely foundation. It smells gorgeous. Absolutely love it. The second favourite product I have is my Laura Mercier powder. So I use it just for underneath my eyes and also just at the tip of my cheekbone as well if I need to contour. This has actually lasted me quite well. I think when I bought it, it must have been around, I think last year March. It's been up to a year now. Really good powder. This is a really lovely cream. It's more of like a mist cream from the Body Shop, Vitamin C Boost Cream. I like it because it gives my face a glow. Now, for those who don't know me, I really had a few breakouts with my skin in the past, so it took me quite a while for me to find good products for my skin. And one thing I would honestly recommend all of you out there, including the men as well, just stick to what is good for you, don't change. And I'm going to go through that in a moment because I changed from Garnier to using Lancome, and yeah, it didn't work out for me. Another one I've got as well is the eyebrow kit from Collection. I saw it in Boots and I just thought, you know what, it does look really good. Let me try it out. What I'm going to do, because obviously I can't zoom in and out with the camera, I'll put everything in the description bar below for the sake of those who actually want to see the product. But yeah, I haven't used it yet, but it does look really amazing. It's got a clear brown mascara, so obviously before you put on your primer you can put on the mascara, sorry, the clear mascara to keep the hair flat, and then obviously draw your eyebrow on. But yeah, other than that, can't wait to use that. Another one I've got is my Smashbox primer. To be honest, it was quite pricey, but having seen the result, it's quite good. I do like it. It is a bit small, but I like it. It's from a dear friend from work. She recommended it for me last year, so thank you very much. I've also got this NYX eye primer as well. It's really good too. It's very light. It's not too heavy at all. It looks really nice if you've got if you want to go out at night and you want a bold look, definitely go for this one. I've also got my NYX jumbo pencil as well. That one's a bit better, so I'll save that one for last. And yes, I've got this as well. It's the Lancome eyelash primer, I believe. It doesn't really have a name, but it just says CILS Booster Extra Long. So yeah, it is a eyelash primer. And yes, referring back to the Lancome facial wash I used. So I bought 2 of my foundations a few months back because it was buy one get one free with a free gift. So in the free gift I got this, I got mascara, I got a foundation brush, and I got, I think, a day cream and a night cream. So the facial wash, at first it started off very well, but it got really bad, even towards my eyes. At the moment, obviously it's recovering, but before they were really dark, and it did have an effect because I just thought, okay, why would it react so quickly to my skin? But then I realised that, okay, every product is different, so I've decided to just throw that away. But other than that, I'm still keeping this, still keeping my foundation, still keeping the rest of the stuff. But yeah, it was just that I think it was too harsh for my skin because my skin is quite sensitive, and as you know, I've been through a long journey with my skin in the past, so this year I'm not allowing anything to happen to it. So yeah. And last and not least, I've got my bronzer, my Gold Deposit bronzer by MAC. I really love this, and I remember the first video I had done last year in January. If you haven't watched it, please do. I spoke about this, not using too much, so that's how you know that it can actually last for more than a year. But yeah, those are the few products I use at the moment, more to come. But I just really want to thank God for this year so far. I don't really know where to start, but I can say that I've really enjoyed this year. I feel like I've gained some people, I feel like I've lost some people, but what really matters is that I'm getting better and I'm getting stronger, and I'm starting to understand that sometimes you just have to allow life to do what it needs to do. So when I think about where I am right now, you know, to where I was before, I can't really say, okay, I wish I was further. I want to take it step by step, you know. At this time of my life right now, you know, working on projects as well, you know, trying to be as consistent as I can with YouTube and everything, you know, it's just taking life one step at a time that makes so much of a difference. And I remember I would always used to plan ahead, okay, in the next 3 years I'm going to do this, in the next 5 years I'm going to, you know, run a business, and I just think, no, take it easy. So I just want to share a few things that I've learned so far in this year. And for the ladies in particular as well, I just want you all to know that you are worth so much. And I know sometimes it can be very, can I say, I don't want to say distracting, but then at the same time I don't want to say discouraging, but you feel quite fidgety when things are going on, when you see people, you know, excelling, or, you know, engagements are coming up and weddings are coming up, and you're thinking, God, you know, where's my Boaz? But you really have to understand that the season you're in is so precious, and I'm starting to really embrace that now. And number two, another thing I've learned is not to carry the weight of everyone, and even the weight of myself, because sometimes there's only so much we can do as human beings, right? So there'll be days where you feel that you need to do this, or you need to do that, or you need to complete this task, or you need to, you know, see your friend. But sometimes you need to realize, when is it time going to be by myself? You know, when am I going to have that me time? You know, or let alone when are you going to have that intimacy time with God? So that's something that I've really considered, not to hold too much more than I can bear. 3, I've learned to always smile in every situation. Smiling for me is, I could say, my greatest strength. I think in times of adversity, that's what I do, regardless. But it doesn't mean that I haven't been through anything. And I feel like with the way, you know, my life is going now, it may look as if like I'm not going through anything, but it's because I'm learning how to manage it. You know, in one of my videos that I spoke about last year about nearly being hacked, I spoke about learning how to bracket your emotions, you know, for several reasons. And one thing I really believe is that when you allow your emotions to get to you, it will honestly continue to keep coming to you. You know, how can I describe it? It just has that stronghold that if you're not ready to break it off, anything that comes your way, you'll be offended, you know. Other things I've learned as well is just to, you know, just embrace people as well. But yeah, so back to completion, because that's the title of the book. What inspired me as well was the number 7. So as you know, we are in the year 2017. I use number 7 because it represents completion. It represents wholeness. And when I wrote this book in August last year, I didn't know I was going to get a job 2 months later. So this book took me about 8 months to complete. But in the book, I don't want to give out everything, but it's talking about your worth, you know, being prepared to be tested. The supernatural year that I experienced last year. Last year was one of my best years. You know, dealing with trust, you know, having peace in your heart, knowing what your destiny is, knowing what your calling is. And there's a lot of things that both of us men and women can relate to. So as I said before, this event is not just for ladies, it's actually for ladies and men. And if you haven't seen my first video from my first book launch, please do, because that will kind of give you a brief insight into what it's going to consist of. But on the day, it's going to be really good by the grace of God, of course. There'll be a panel, there'll be a prize giveaway, there will be goodies, and there'll be lots of laughter as well, and food. So please be prepared. It is free to come as well. As I said, I will list everything in the description bar below. But yeah, this year so far, it has been, it's been a good year. I've learnt a lot, and I can't wait to share it with you all when you attend the event. If you can endeavour to come, please do. But yeah, I just want to really encourage the ladies and men out there that you are complete. You don't need anyone, you don't need anything you think you need to feel complete. When you know who you are, when you know your worth, when you know how you can attract people, when you are a woman of influence or a man of integrity, you will honestly feel that in your heart, and you won't need to compromise for anything. And if I'm honest with you, there were times where I didn't understand why I was feeling a certain way. You know, there were times where I felt that, as I said, I lost people. Not that I've necessarily lost them, but the communication is not as flowing as it used to be. And I've learned that, you know what? If that is how it's meant to be, I'm not going to try and fix it back. Because as I said, there's so much we can do. You know, I've been in situations where I've tried my best. And I do have days where I think, you know what, Esther? Are you sure it's not you? Check yourself. That's my 5th point, actually. Check yourself. You know, in as much as we want to check other people, we must realize that, you know, we're not the problem. We must realize that if we've done anything, let's look into our hearts and say, you know what, maybe I did do this, or maybe I did upset this person, you know. And also your words. I can't emphasize on words enough. There's power in what you say. So whatever you say is going to happen, you know. And one thing I really want to thank God for this year is the fact that I've completed another book, you know. That to me is an achievement. And I remember saying to God last year that I am definitely going to make sure I write another one, because I want my gifts to be utilised for the benefit and for the glory of God. Everything I'm doing now is not for show. It really is for His glory, you know. And I want people to be inspired that your gifts will make room for you if you invest in it, you know. Don't compare yourself to someone else. Don't compromise who you are. Know your worth. And know that what is ahead of you is greater than what is behind you. So everything you've cried about, I've had my own, you know, teary moments. I have, believe me, I really have. My eye not long ago, I think it was in February, was swollen. And I had to go to the optician, and they said that I had a cut just on the top of my eye here. And I tell you, I was so worried. It was really affecting my performance. It even affected my health to an extent. But thank God I'm here, alive and well today. So I want to encourage you that whatever you're going through, honestly, it's not big than what God has in store. And I'm really a living testimony to that. People that have left my life, people that have stayed in my life, it has both benefited me for the good and the bad. But remember, it does say in Romans 8:28 that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. So just wanted to encourage you, and just wanted to say thank you so much as well for those who have, you know, continue to inspire me to, you know, be on the camera and, you know, to continue these videos. I do apologize, I haven't been as consistent because work has really taken a lot of my time, but I am hoping to do more hauls, so more spring summer hauls with my friend. More information about that soon. I'm also hoping to do a makeup tutorial again. I know my first one was 45 minutes long, but obviously I wasn't really that professional in editing, but I'm hoping to make it shorter this time. And I'm hoping to also do, sorry, you'll also see another video of the book launch for those who may not be able to attend, you know, due to, you know, travelling or other circumstances. So yeah, just want to say thank you so much, ladies and gents, and perhaps I'll see you in my next video. And yeah, for those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe to me. it will be really appreciated. But other than that, just wanted to say thank you so much to those who have really believed in me. I mean, as you believe in me, even though I do believe in myself as well, but it's also nice to get that support from others as well. So God bless you, and thank you so much. And please, once again, my event will be on the 22nd of July 2017 at 11:30 a.m. If you haven't signed up, please go on Eventbrite and type From Brokenness to Completion book launch. You will see it there. There's a few tickets left, so please stay tuned. Thank you so much, ladies and gents, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Remember, this event is for ladies and gentlemen, not just ladies alone. Thank you so much. If you can as well, please support it. I've got a flyer that I'll be posting very soon, so please, if you can support the movement, that will be great. Thanks so much, and I love you guys. Take care. Bye.